Oh good, you're back. I was afraid I was going to lose everybody after that last one. Well, we here at Junk Shop Library's Improv Bible Study. If anybody's jumping in right now, or heaven forbid the last one, are working our way through the King James Bible one chapter at a time, leaving none of them out. It means some of them obviously are more riveting than some others. Well, we are now ready for Genesis chapter 11. So, we'll launch right into that. Thank you for bearing with me. And the whole earth was of one language and of one speech. And it came to pass, as they journeyed from the east, that they found a plain in the land of Shinar, and they dwelt there. And they said one to another, Go to, let us make brick, and burn them thoroughly. And they had brick for stone, and slime they had for mortar. And they said, Go to, let us build us a city and a tower, whose top may reach unto heaven. And let us make a name, lest we be scattered abroad upon the face of the whole earth. And the Lord came down to see the city and the tower, which the children of men builded. And the Lord said, Behold, the people is one, and they have all one language, and this they begin to do, and now nothing will be restrained from them, which they have imagined to do. Go to, let us go down, and there confound their language, that they may not understand one another's speech. So the Lord scattered them abroad from thence upon the face of all the earth, and they left off to build the city. Therefore is the name of it called Babel, because the Lord did there confound the language of all the earth, and from thence did the Lord scatter them abroad upon the face of all the earth. These are the generations of Shem. Shem was 100 years old, and begat Arphaxad 2 years after the flood. And Shem lived after he begat Arphaxad 500 years, and begat sons and daughters. And Arphaxad lived 35 years, and begat Salah. And Arphaxad lived after he begat Salah 403 years, and begat sons and daughters. And Salah lived 30 years, and begat Eber. And Salah lived after he begat Eber 403 years, and begat sons and daughters. And Eber lived 34 years, and begat Peleg. And Eber lived after he begat Peleg 430 years, and begat sons and daughters. And Peleg lived 30 years, and begat Reu. And Peleg lived after he begat Reu 209 years, and begat sons and daughters. And Reu lived 32 years, and begat Serug. And Reu lived after he begat Serug 207 years, and begat sons and daughters. And Serug lived 30 years, and begat Nahor. And Serug lived after he begat Nahor 200 years, and begat sons and daughters. And Nahor lived 29 years, and begat Terah. And Nahor lived after he begat Terah 119 years, and begat sons and daughters. And Terah lived 70 years, and begat Abram, Nahor, and Haran. Now these are the generations of Terah. Terah begat Abraham, Nahor, and Haran begat Lot. And Haran died before his father Terah in the land of his nativity, in Ur of the Chaldees. And Abram and Nahor took them wives. The name of Abram's wife was Sarai, and the name of Nahor's wife Milcah, the daughter of Haran, the father of Milcah, and the father of Iscah. But Sarai was barren, she had no child. And Terah took Abram his son, and Lot, the son of Haran, his son's son, and Sarai his daughter-in-law, his son Abram's wife. And they went forth with them from Ur of the Chaldees, and go into the land of Canaan. And they came unto Haran, and dwelt there. And the days of Terah were 205 years, and Terah died in Haran. And that's Genesis chapter 11. It's been a long time since I read this. I had forgotten, in fact, if I ever knew, I had not retained this tendency to insert within genealogy lengthy stories about perceivedly important individuals. It's like reading a Mario Puzo novel. We had that long train of Begats fairly early on, and then had a son called Noah. Now here's the stuff Noah got up to. Built him a floating zoo, and then set some of them on fire, and then got drunk, and his child, you know. Oh my goodness. Okay. So, chapter 11 is essentially only notable for two things. One, of course, is the Tower of Babel story. And the next is the introduction of people we've actually heard of. It essentially goes Adam and Eve, and then Cain and Abel, and then lots of people, and then Noah, and then lots of people, and then Abram and Lot. The Tower of Babel, some of the stories in here are more obviously metaphor or parable or mythology than others. It doesn't get much more obvious than the Tower of Babel. It's kind of interestingly written, where the sons of man, because at this point there aren't all that many of them, although it sure felt like it going through the list. And they come together and they say, you know what? In case we all sort of scatter out in all directions, let's build a city here, let's make a name for ourselves, let's put a big tall tower in it, you know, lest we forget whence we came and who we are. Not difficult to understand, that impulse. And God came down to see the city and the tower, which the children of men builded. Either heard about it from someone or something, or looked down and saw it and came down to get a closer look, and freaks out. So, oh my goodness, they all speak the same language, they're all united in effort, there's not going to be any limit to what these people can do. So we're going to mess with their languages so that they can't unite. And once that happens, they give up building the tower, and the city, and go off and scatter abroad upon the face of the earth. And then we get to Abram. And then we'll pick up in 12 the story of Abram, which is a lengthy one. A very lengthy one. But yeah, other than the introduction of Abram and Sarai and Lot and Lot's wife, whose name I don't recall, and don't see it here, and I'm not going to go searching at this point. Alright, so that's chapter 11. We're fractionally over 1% of the way there. We will see you next time when we pick up in Genesis 12. Thank you for sticking with me. Keep on sticking with me. I'm having fun. I really am. I really hope y'all are too. Like and subscribe. Take care. We'll see y'all next time.